How's it going, folks? So there's an ongoing trial right now. It's got a lot of national attention to it and even some international attention. If you haven't heard about this trial, suffice to say, you've been living under a rock. I'm not doing this to discuss the trial per se, but a revelation that came out in this trial that should send chills down your spine if you were a freedom loving American. And that is the fact that the FBI had a surveillance drone up that night recording what was going on. The fact that you have the FBI surveilling the public at large is not a good thing. That's one step down the rabbit hole to a surveillance state. It should be alarming to you. Now, I understand that there are people who will, in this country, even shamefully defend the surveillance state. They will use these sayings such as, well, if you have nothing to fear, you have nothing to hide. Well, again, this particular revelation shows that's not exactly true because this surveillance footage, well, it does look pretty exonerating to the defendant. The fact is, the FBI just sat on it. To my knowledge, they didn't give a copy to the defense attorney. The sole person it seems like they were leaking it to was the prosecutor. And it doesn't seem like they were doing it to say, hey, look, this guy really does look like he's not guilty. Here's the evidence. We would request that you gracefully drop the charges. No, it was, hey, here's the footage. See what you can do with that if you choose. This should be alarming to people. You know, there's a saying that I think these people who defend the surveillance state know of, but I don't think they've really thought about this. And that is anything you say can and possibly will be used against you in a court of law. They never think about what's not being said with this, and that is anything you say is probably not going to be used in your defense in a court of law. Anything you say is not going to be used in your favor in a court of law. And the same is true for the evidence that the state collects. There's a good chance that they're not going to use it to exonerate you, especially if your case is a hot button issue and it's politically charged and the party that seems to hold all the institutional power wants you convicted whether or not you're innocent or guilty. So let that sink in. Think about that. And then, folks, we really need to start thinking about whether or not we want to continue to let the federal government gain so much power and control over our lives. We really do need to start thinking about the future of our freedom because states that are not free are not exactly just either. In fact, usually the less free the state is, the less just the state is. So let that sink in. And again, as I say, my comment sections are always open. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all take it easy out there. Have a great day.